Hello and welcome to injuries for round 11. Edward Allen has injured his hamstring. He was ultimately subbed out. Depending on the severity of this will depend on how many weeks he's out, but usually we don't see them for 6 weeks. As a marking contest inside the forward 50 for the Tigers, Shea Bolton cops a knee to the back of the head and is subbed out of the game or taken out of the game, and he will not be available for 12 days after this incident. Unsure if he loses consciousness here, but it is a pretty bad look. As you can see, his arms flail around a little bit, so it wouldn't be surprising if he was knocked out, hoping for a speedy recovery. Big Mason Cox took this very heavy hit here, and as you can see, he lands on his leg very awkwardly. This could have been a broken bone or an ACL, PCL, MCL, could have been so many different things, and the way he flops to the ground almost makes me think that he was knocked out as well. Mason Cox has been ruled out for 6 weeks with a grade 2 medial collateral ligament injury. After Cunningham comes in for the spoil, you can see that he falls down to the ground and is holding his ankle. He signals to the bench that he needs help, but he was able to get back up and play the rest of the game, so he should be fine to play. Not entirely sure what Dom Sheed was thinking here, but as he's running for the spoil, I guess he overruns it and hits the back of Burgess's head. As you can see, his nose is immediately bleeding and he's holding it pretty firmly, and it looks like he's in a huge amount of pain. Wouldn't surprise me if he's broken his nose here. After Ed Richards was off to an absolute flyer in the first half, he got this head knock and was ultimately subbed out of the game. I think this is his 3rd concussion in only a matter of weeks or even this season. So I wonder if the club will make the call like they did with Libber and see if he's able to play or not.
Richards has come straight off the ground as a result. Doctor went out and got him, and he's being assessed as we speak. And
Darcy Fogarty limped to the bench as he had what looked to be an ankle injury, but he was able to get it fixed, probably just re-strapped, and he was able to play the rest of the game. Stephen Cornelio looked like he was in quite a amount of pain, either a shoulder dislocation or an AC joint injury. It looked like it was heavily strapped, so he knew it was going to be an issue. He and the club decided that he could play, and I wouldn't expect to see him for probably a month. Brody Mychek was taken out of the game early with a hamstring awareness, so not quite an injury, but the club were just worried that he may injure it further. Going into the game a little underdone, hopefully won't keep him out for too long. Lockie Murphy from the Crows is going to be extremely sore. He was smacked and pushed down to the ground several times during the game. A long ice bath needed. Aaron Norton was caught in this extremely awkward tackle and he went off for the rest of the game. And the club has come and said that he won't be available for selection until at least round 16. The club said he hasn't done his ACL or MCL, but will spend at least 5 weeks on the sidelines. Nick Cox from the Bombers was taken out of the game in the second quarter due to a calf injury. In only the first 3 minutes of the game, Scott is going for the ball and he cops a head knock. He was ultimately subbed out of the game and he won't be available for at least 12 days.
Physio doctors just making their way out to him now, and it is unfortunate. This is his first AFL game.
2 goals and 23 disposals last week, and
head contact.
As Ollie Wines kicks the ball inside the forward 50, Marshall runs into the back of another player and hits his head. He does go down for a HIA and he's cleared. He's able to come back and play the remainder of the game.
They're a little bit rocked in that contest. He has a history of concussion, Todd Marshall.
Willie Rioli from Port Power was subbed out early as he injured his calf somehow. Depending on how he goes through the week will depend how long he's out for.
So as we see it right now, you can see Willie Rioli, a calf, which is going to create a problem up front because chaos, there's pressure.
Alex Witherden was subbed out of the game with a calf issue, and that's it for this week. The only other ones that I saw, which I wasn't able to find footage of, was Lloyd Meek injured his ankle and Harry Petty also injured his ankle. Thanks for watching. If you made it all the way to the end of the video, please leave a like, leave a comment to help the algorithm push it out to more people. Thank you very much. I'll see you in the next video.